hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, hope you're doing it with an aggressive tilt and a fine bit of driving, that is, Bushka. Well done. I hope you're doing it really well and really, really happily. I want to do a video today showing a couple of bits and pieces. Mostly, I'm going to show you a trick from Erangel that I use in solo. Now, this is specifically for solo, and it involves using your vehicle. And then I'm going to show you a little bit of a refresher course on using the zone to flush your opponents. Now, this is something I do an awful lot. I mean, it really is. If I'm running around and I'm looking for easy kills on Miramar particularly, then this is something that I'll do an awful lot. And there's a reason I thought it was a nice little synergy there to have a trick that works really, really well on Erangel and a trick that works really, really well on Miramar. Now, the Erangel thing is quite straightforward. If you are in a solo match, now the reason it's a solo match, if you try and do this in a duos or a squad, like even a duos match, it involves vehicles, right? So if you try and do this in those kind of environments, your car can basically get absolutely shredded and blown the hell up, and you'll not do very, very well. But on Erangel in particular, when the zone moves to really, really big wide open fields, you want to keep a hold of your vehicle because you basically want to be able to use it for cover. I like to drive to the absolute edge of the circle and drive round and round and round and round and round until I see where the next circle sets. And then I go and set the car up. Really, really straightforward. Little tip, something I do a bit of when it's necessary. It's not something that happens a lot, but you're going to see a lot of people will go passive. Now, I find it quite funny that people will go absolutely hell for leather early in the game, and then they get really, really passive and afraid, and they lose that flow and they lose that fluidity late in the game, and they'll even go prone in situations like this. And you can see there's a guy over there, he's in that field. And one of the things is, if you're in a first-person match specifically and you're on Erangel and they're prone in a field and you're driving around in the car, you're safe as houses, man. They're not going to touch you. They're not going to be able to get a hold of you. Like, they'll have to be incredibly lucky to do anything to you. And once you start firing in these single-person matches, like these solo matches, everyone knows where you are, and all bets are off. And you can see these guys, the grass is not rendering. Like, gee, what are you thinking? And I've got a car. I've got a car that's the best cover on the entire map. And there's me hanging out with my best cover car, and that bloke's got, I don't know, what's that? A Suzuki 250cc. And the play zone's going to finish him off for me. He's so screwed. There's the bike. It's all over Red Rover, and we get the win. That's just a little thing I like to do. The key thing there, the really key thing, is to get the car to the edge of the zone so that you can see where the next zone goes. And that allows you to move there first and get there first. It's particularly good for those wide open fields. Now, let's have a chat. This is Miramar, obviously. And again, I'm driving around in the Dacia. Am I? Yeah, I am. Oh, hello. Thank you very much for letting me know that you're there. Let's go and have a chat. Let's talk as men do with big boomsticks. A little bit of a left strafe, and he's going to do a little bit of a right strafe, and we'll see who wins the strafey, big strafersons. Oh, NAD Sync, I love you so much. Actually, that even could be Asian. No, that's Asian D-Sync. What is this footage doing in here? This is not meant to be here. This is stuff, I do this all the time. I could show you like 5 videos of me firing off 2 flares at the end of a game. What was that doing there? Honest to God, this is not a setup. I don't know how that got cut into the footage. It's not from any of these games. I give in. So what were we talking about? Yeah, Miramar. Now, this is specific to Miramar. Miramar is beautiful because it's these wide open spaces. If you enjoy the long game, then this is the map for you. And one of the best things about Miramar is if you are clever and you are proactive with your circle management, you can scoot, boot, and shoot all over the place without really being in a whole lot of trouble. But the biggest part of it is you've got to get to the circle like I've done here, and then you've got to own that section of the circle. So I cleared the target that was right here next to me. I know there is someone off to my right-hand side. I can hear gunfire. It's going to pop in a wee bit down to my west. And that gives me the opportunity to work people over as they come into the zone. Pretty much all I'm going to do this entire game is work the zone lines and watch people run in. And I thought I'd just include the whole footage. This is a lovely thing where, you know, he's running around on the air. And you thought he was running around on a flat surface, but he's not. And you should be used to it by now because it's been so bloody long. There you go. Someone's having a crack down in the west. Down in the northeast, rather. That's someone else, another country, another county heard from. Bushka, you clown. South, west, northeast. I must be watching the screen upside down. And we're just going to work this zone line. Look where I am. I'm just inside the zone line. 0 seconds left on the clock. I'm going to move to just outside the zone line here. The reason is pretty simple, and it should be obvious. Anyone that is caught between this white line and the blue line is now going hell for leather. People overstay their welcome all the time. I do it. There we go. There's a guy down there. We take out Maximus. There's another bloke coming who is shooting at Maximus. I think he's just to my northwest here, listening. Can hear him. Lovely bit of M416 fire. And we eat a little bit of zone damage, but it's negligible stuff. And then we run straight back in. And we've cleared another 2 targets. Like that's 2 more guys off the target screen in a game where there's only 7 left alive now. So that's really, really cool. Now we know there was a guy up there. He's either dead or someone's hit him, or he's alive and no one's hit him. In either case, I've got to watch the southeast south area, but I've got a great big ridge between me and him, and I'm going to move and motor in on the zone here. Now I'm using a 3x scope on the M416. I want to do a loadout video on the different loadouts that are best for me on these different maps. I do like the job that Tencent have done with the maps. The maps have a very different flavor for the weapons, and it really does get me a little bit hot and bothered when people run the same loadouts for every map. Now you can of course run an M416 and nothing else forever. It's such a versatile gun, and I say that a lot. I say the word versatile, 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 because that's exactly what it is. It's a fast-firing AR that does great damage up close, is able to maintain a good spray out to 50, 75 meters, and then can be burst or tap fired all the way out to the long ranges. Now it doesn't have huge damage at those ranges. As an AR, it only does 40 base damage. Like for instance, a Tommy gun will do 39 base damage into a no vest wearing target. So it does have that 0.85 seconds, 0.085 seconds per round rate of fire though, which is really, really good. Now, all I'm working on here is getting to the zone line again. Now the M416 is a great weapon for this map. The reason being that very few of your engagements are super close. But if they are super close, you can deal with it. If you're running an AKM and someone pops up at 75 meters, it's doable, but it's not the best weapon. You know, you're getting 80% return on your investment instead of 95% return that you get with an M416. And that means that if you're not getting the full value of the weapon, then you may as well run something that gives you the full value. Just scanning, scanning, scanning. Let the zone flush the bad stuff to you. Look for the most likely parts where people would be hiding out. And as always, I mean, I did a video, it's now up to over 130,000 views, about the #1 mistake players make. You'll see how often I move from one hard bit of cover to another hard bit of cover. I got a ridge line here. I'm working around that tree behind me. I'm going to run down and move towards the little hut just to the north of me here. See, I got my directions right that time. Well, no, I didn't. It's east. It's south. Far out, I'm tired. Someone put me to bed. Take me to bed or lose me forever. Now, I can hear someone moving down below me, and that's the zone line. Just running in with no weapons drawn. He was in a tough time, and that's what comes of getting your work done early, getting to the zone line early and moving. Now, I'm in a pretty solid position here. There's only 2 left. I've got hard cover on the left. If someone does pop and get stuck into me, I've got hard cover on the right. If someone does pop and get stuck into me. And I found myself a Kar 98. A little late, but we've got it. Going to move into that zone pretty sharply. I'm just trying to maximize my outfit and my gear. Really want to get highest return on the investment, and we are off. Still 44 seconds left to go. We're not quite brave enough to take the gun off. Where was I with the loadouts? Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video with the loadouts because Miramar and Sanhok have such vastly different loadouts. I will run generally on Sanhok. I'll run a QBU and a barrel or an AKM or a QBZ95 or an M416. Anything with the AR that I can shred with, and the QBU because the ranges that I find generally getting worked at Sanhok are a lovely mid-range kind of thing, and the QBU is a heavy hitter. The only thing I really drop the QBU for is an M24. I love the M24, just fun to play. Anyway, I digress. Going to hard cover there, but the zone's pushing in. There's someone else who's doing the same thing. Love her in and love her out. Bad luck, buddy. And we're pushing down now. Now, this is not a friendly place to be. It's inside the zone, but there is no hard cover here whatsoever. And I want to get to the hard cover ASAP. It is my duty to get covered up. You're going to see one of the most potato-rific efforts of aiming ever here. Watch this. This is what I love about, the way the world works. You regress to the mean. Nearly got him. Wow. Okay, so you think this bloke can't shoot. And then I am going to walk up here and snap headshot him so hard. And I'm like, where the hell were you 30 seconds ago when it looked like I had 2 dinner plates for hands and couldn't guide my weapon around the battlefield? When he's close, and I'm going to just hammer him with it 6 times. Bang. And then we're going to make the push. And we play this one pretty straightforward. One of the things I love about Miramar is you're never cured of it, but there's a lot less that can be left up to chance on Miramar. Miramar offers you wide open spaces and the ability to really scientifically attack the targets. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Just a quick hit out for me here on the weekend. This bloke, I don't know what he was doing. He was making a lot of noise, and I realise now he's just going around and randomly shooting the tyres off on all the cars. God bless you, Rebel Boy 009BG. Well done, you and all who sail upon you. I'm Bushka. Look after yourselves, and as always, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.